Let me explain.
Absolutely.
Let me explain my position, because I'm not a conservative. I'm not on either side in your race, right? Here's what I think about what you did. You'd like to fire off, as you've done so far in this debate, about your fury at how disgusting Republicans are, how inhumane they are, how they never have any empathy, blah, 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 blah. And then you yourself actually are exactly the person that you're describing. You are inhuman. You are somebody who seems almost gleeful that a young firefighter with a family, with a wife and children, who he was protecting as he was shot dead, that he deserved what was coming to him because he went to a President Trump rally, a man who was President of the United States until recently for 4 years and maybe again. You sound almost gleeful, Destin, and I'm sorry, that makes you, frankly, despicable.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you would expect, the news, the discussions are still around what happened to Trump a couple of days ago. Let's be real about this one. It's one of the biggest political moments in history, and for all the wrong reasons. It's just crazy to think, you know, this is the world we're living in, and with everybody talking about it, the discussion still taking place, people debating about it, you're obviously going to get some of the most outrageous things being said. Funnily enough, from the people who every single day, as soon as they wake up, they post, oh, we're so kind, we accept everybody, we care about everybody's feelings. Yeah, the leftists and the liberals. We're going to be reacting to this clip today that is going viral from Piers Morgan Uncensored because of his fiery exchange, and that is an understatement, with a political commentator, streamer, I don't really know what he is if I'm going to be honest, but it's with a guy called Destiny. If you've been paying attention to X recently, this guy has had one of the most unhinged meltdowns surrounding the situation, saying awful things about the people involved, even the guy who lost his life. Yeah, this is what is going on right now, and again, this is coming from the people who every single day talk about feelings and we can't upset people, you know, everybody must be kind. Right, but then again, you know, what more can you expect when a dude's soy levels are off the chart? I highly encourage you to watch the whole thing because I have not seen Piers Morgan in a very long time go off like this. It is pretty crazy to see. Now, before we get into it and take a look at what happened, if you could, as always, make sure to leave a like rating, but especially on this one, because I've heard if you don't like the video, your soy levels will go up, and trust me, you don't want to end up like this dude now. Do you? Nah. So make sure to do it. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video around, and ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and let's do this.
Yeah, but let me explain to you. Where conservatives can say anything.
No, I'm not a conservative.
They can have any conspiracy theories.
I'm not a conservative.
They can have any plot. They can do anything, and then liberals are supposed to sit here and be like, oh my God, it's so tragic.
No, Destiny,
absolutely not.
Let me explain.
Absolutely.
Let me explain my position, because I'm not a conservative. I'm not on either side in your race, right? Here's what I think about what you did. You'd like to fire off, as you've done so far in this debate, about your fury at how disgusting Republicans are, how inhumane they are, how they never have any empathy, blah, 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 blah. And then you yourself actually are exactly the person that you're describing. You are inhuman. You are somebody who seems almost gleeful that a young firefighter with a family, with a wife and children, who he was protecting as he was shot dead, that he deserved what was coming to him because he went to a President Trump rally, a man who was President of the United States until recently for 4 years and maybe again. You sound almost gleeful, Destin, and I'm sorry, that makes you, frankly, despicable.
Facts.
I don't think I'm gleeful about anything. I don't think anybody should die. I don't think anybody deserves to die. But you want to talk about gleeful? Look at the conservative response to Pelosi's husband when they broke in.
I can answer that.
Mainstream media figures
I can answer that.
I don't care.
I can answer that.
With all due respect, I don't care what your answer is.
Let me answer that.
The reality is that conservatives have been turning the temperature up on the rhetoric. They have been making fun of these types of events for years, and now when something happens to them, now they're looking for sympathy from the liberal side. Absolutely not. It's insane. It's unhinged that you can conduct yourself in such a manner and expect people to feel sorry when things happen.
Why should anybody on the right listen to a word of your hectoring and lecturing about how they should behave? And by the way, for the record, the mockery of Nancy Pelosi's husband when he was attacked by an intruder with a hammer was also despicable, right? I can see despicable behavior on all sides, and I'm happy to call it out when I see it. You, however, want to present yourself as this great kind of standard bearer of decency, who sees outrageous behaviour on the right time and again and is incensed by this disgusting, inhumane behaviour. And yet time and again, since the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, you have displayed exactly the same kind of inhumane behaviour. Him about a fireman who is because he attends a rally of a guy he wants to vote for.
My issue with the MAGA kids is not that they are not empathetic. My issue is that they support a president that led an insurrection against the United States. I'm not here to tone police over their empathy.
18 million people voted for Donald Trump last time around.
That's great. 80 million people voted for a guy that tried to insurrect the government, and it looks like they might try to do it again. I mean, like, I don't know what you want me to say. These are the facts on the ground. The idea that
you don't like attacks on democracy. So presumably you would unreservedly condemn the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, because that's one of the most egregious attacks on American democracy in modern times. Presumably, you will take this opportunity, given you are so determined to protect the integrity of democracy, you would find it absolutely outrageous that someone has tried to assassinate a president, right?
He won't condemn it.
If the other conservatives on this show want to say that it was absolutely outrageous that Donald Trump attempted to coup the government, then maybe I would. Yeah, no, I'm not going to get on my knees and beg for forgiveness or show sympathy to conservatives.
I'm not asking for that. I'm asking you to condemn what happened as an egregious attack on democracy. Can you do that?
No, I won't. No, I won't.
You can't do that. You see, so why the hell, frankly, Destiny,
absolutely not.
Why the hell should we listen to a word you have to say about...
Why do you think conservatives haven't been listening to a word that liberals have said about anything for 8 years?
Right,
what do you think is going to change?
They?
You think that if liberals come out now and they go, oh my God, this is
guy
so horrible,
nuts,
they're going to go, wow, that is true. Maybe that should also, like,
Charlie, I'll bring you in at the end of this, I promise you, and you'll get a good chance to respond. But here's my problem, Destiny, with your whole position on this, right? Is that you don't actually have anything inside you that you want the other side to have. You don't have any of the empathy. You don't have any sympathy. You don't care that someone tried to assassinate Donald Trump. You don't care that a young fireman with a family was in the process. You don't actually. You are not the person you want these other people to be. And all you do is play whataboutery with every question I give you. And I'm just startled.
It's not what about it. We're talking about Donald Trump. We're talking about the temperature of this country. But here's a question for the two panelists. What percentage of this event happening was due to Donald Trump's rhetoric? What do they think the answer to that question is?
What percentage could it be that the other side, as we've just heard from Dave Rubin, has spent 8 years calling Donald Trump the new Adolf Hitler, a person who was responsible for the murder of 12 million people, including 6 million Jewish people in... Last time I checked, Donald Trump hasn't murdered 12 million people. So much as you would like him to be the new... He's not. But again, to an impressionable, young, deranged mind who has easy access to guns, that can be easily interpreted as an existential threat, said President Biden. Somebody that needs to be put in the bullseye, said Biden.
Okay,
only last week. And guess what? Somebody then comes forward and tries to... the existential threat.
Man, now I didn't interrupt that really because I just wanted Piers Morgan to go off and I wanted you to see how unhinged these woke liberals are. I don't agree with everything Piers Morgan always says, but he went off there. And Destiny's behavior is a classic representation of these people. They have no empathy, as much as they claim they do. They won't condemn something like this. Some of them are happy about it, and they won't condemn it because it doesn't fit the narrative. And as Piers Morgan said, you know, they have called Trump all of these names over the years. I don't even know if I can say the name I know Piers Morgan did, but, you know, they've called him all these names. They said, he's the most evil person. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. People should be afraid. This is what they've done ever since Trump has got into politics. And you don't think, after a while, some deranged leftist out there is going to take action? You have Biden saying it's time to put Trump in the bullseye. What kind of rhetoric is that? What kind of language is that? And throughout this discussion we saw, didn't really answer a question properly. He got absolutely wrecked in that debate. But this is the world we live in. Ladies and gentlemen, these people have become so brainwashed, so emotional. They put their derangement ahead of everything else. And you end up with debates like this. But leave your thoughts down below. What are your thoughts on what you just saw? I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, follow my socials down below in the description. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.